Hey, how you doing? Celestine Prophecy, written by James Redfield, was a big sensation of its time. It's had a profound impact on many of us. It's based on ancient wisdom found in the Peruvian manuscripts, written in 600 BC, very sophisticated for its time. It's discovered in the rainforest of Peru. The manuscript is written in Aramaic, the same language in which the Old Testament was written in. What does the manuscript contain? Why was the government trying to suppress it from spreading? Why is it important to us? It's intriguing, isn't it? As I take you through all of the 9 insights that's in the book, the answers will unfold automatically. The manuscript points at the last decades of the 20th century, when the society is restless and impatient. It drives them to quest. It all stems up from what we're looking for more fulfillment. Out of all of this, a total transformation of the way we are thinking takes birth. When you recognize and acknowledge the coincidences in your life, the hunches, intuitions that led to a certain outcome, and when you realize that there's something more to it, something spiritual that's working underneath everything we do, that's the first insight. In the real world, sometimes you have sensed that heightened perception when you see how your life is unfurling and in what direction it's heading. And when there's more clarity, you begin to see that everything is connected and how it is happening, acting as a catapult to send your life in a certain direction. If I were to stop for a moment and look back at my own life, sure, I would find a few instances which turned out to be a turning point in my life. Very bizarre. Is it just a coincidence orchestrated by powerful forces, invisible, intangible, with no physical form? Our experience validates what the manuscript says. The church didn't support the manuscript because it questioned the completeness of their religion. The second insight is about realization, understanding, perception that existed among people during the last 2 decades of the 20th century that is put into a longer historical perspective. It originates from a preoccupation that developed during the modern age in history. And today, as we understand coincidences, has aroused from this preoccupation. Scholars realized, to understand the nature of the universe, that it was important to separate fact from superstition, and this is when scientific skepticism took birth, and they wanted solid evidence for any new assertion on the way the universe works. The third insight is about understanding the physical world in a new way. It predicts that humans will discover a new kind of energy which forms the basis and radiates from everything, including ourselves, heightening our sensitivity to beauty and helping us to realize that it is on the same continuum as beauty. The physical world is actually a vast system of energy. We can affect the plants as well as other things by just maneuvering the energy. The fourth insight is about the human world. There's a vast competition for each other's energy, the energy that we know that flows between people. Because we feel weak and insecure, we try to manipulate and steal it from others to replenish our low-level energy to make us feel okay. We do it by control, demand, ego battle, power struggle, domination. Once we realize what we're doing, we try to transcend and we look for a different source for energy. The fifth insight is about getting energy from a higher source. The universe can provide all you need if only you can open up to it. It also gives a new meaning to mystical consciousness. It spreads the idea that it is attainable. To some, it remains to be an intellectual concept, but to many, with flashes and glimpses of this state of mind, it'll become an experientially real. We eat to increase our personal energy. We become sensitive to energy in everything. And we learn to take energy without eating. The sixth insight is about how humans face up to the particular way of controlling others. The seventh insight is about how dreams, thoughts, or daydreams guide us. When we change our position as observer, we stop controlling everything. That is when we get into the flow of evolution. It also says that we have to stop fearful thoughts or images that invade our mind. We should allow the good thoughts to freely float in our mind. When we do this, we automatically crush the negative thoughts. The intuition is all about good thoughts. When bad thoughts come after that, take it seriously, but do not follow. The seventh insight is all about when we learn to see these answers as they come, it makes our everyday experience better. The key here is to find that silver lining, no matter how negative your thoughts are. The eighth insight is about the mysterious way in which answers come to us. In reality, it actually comes from other people. It's about interpersonal ethics, a way to treat others so that more messages are shared. It's a new way of using energy while relating to people in general. It starts with children. How you approach other people determines how quickly you evolve, how fast your life questions are answered. It also cautions about your growth stopping when you get addicted to another person. The ninth insight is about where we humans are going with this evolution. How is the society changing in the next millennium as a result of conscious evolution? It describes a significantly new way of life. How people voluntarily decrease the population so that they can live in the most powerful and beautiful places. And there will be many more such places in the future. That is because we will stop cutting down trees. We will let the forest flourish so that more energy is generated. We will live amongst 500-year-old trees, not too far from the urban areas of incredible technological wizardry. Our basic necessities like food, clothing, transportation will all be totally automated and at everyone's disposal. Our needs will be completely met without the exchange of any currency, and there will be no laziness or overindulgence. The transformation is spiritual. It's about discovering something new about human life on this earth and about the meaning of our existence, which will alter the human culture dramatically. It's personal and enchanting. No science, philosophy, or religion has yet clarified. Video on the 10th insight will follow. See you in my next video. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for new video. If you like the video, give me thumbs up and write comments below.